Hello and welcome back to Accentuated Speech. I'm Lydia, here to teach you communication confidence. Today, I want to talk about a few of the reasons why a person may benefit or may be interested in working with an accent coach. If you've ever heard of somebody who's an accent coach or thought about taking classes with an accent coach, but maybe you weren't sure if it was right for you, hopefully this video will give you a little bit of insight as to what an accent coach can do for you or who may stand to benefit from working with one. Before we get into it, please be sure to like this video and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more speech tips. All right, let's get into it. 3 reasons why you may want to work with an accent coach. Reason number 1 is if you are frequently making mistakes with your pronunciation or your speech, but you're not entirely sure what those mistakes are or how to fix them. If you've ever been in a situation where you are talking to somebody and you think you are being explicitly clear with what you're trying to say, but the person you're speaking to just can't seem to get it, or they give you that look like, huh, what was that? And you feel like you have to explain maybe 2 or 3 different times, repeating yourself over and over again, and by the end of it, you just feel very defeated. This is a more common situation than you might think, and by working with an accent coach, it may help you to realize mistakes that you didn't know you were making, or maybe you knew something wasn't quite right, but now you'd have a better idea on how to fix those mistakes and how to pay attention next time you're speaking so that you don't make them again. The second reason you may want to work with an accent coach is if you frequently get very nervous or have any kind of heightened emotion around the idea of speaking, especially speaking publicly. Many people have to do different tasks, whether it's for their job or maybe on a day-to-day basis where they're talking on the phone to somebody, or they're in a video call with a new person, or maybe you are in a position where you frequently give presentations at your work. All these situations can be a little nerve-wracking from time to time, and it's natural to maybe get a little bit nervous or anxious in these situations. But if you feel like your nerves are stopping you from being able to get through maybe your presentation or the discussion that you're having, or if you feel like your frustrations or your anxiety is keeping you from being able to, remember what you're trying to say or communicate effectively, this is where talking to an accent coach may help. An accent coach might be able to give you some tips as to how to calm yourself down and how to keep control when we're speaking in these difficult situations. I even have a couple videos on my channel already talking about some of the things that are common when we're speaking in stressful situations and how we can mitigate these issues. So if you want to know more about this, then you may want to check out those videos. The third and final reason you may benefit from working with an accent coach is not only does it help your speaking skills, but it actually helps your listening skills. I don't speak any other languages. I can understand little bits here and there of some other languages, but ultimately I am monolingual. And yet I work with people of all language backgrounds, all nationalities, and what I've found, even in my own practice as a coach, is that it gets a lot easier to listen to a variety of speakers and a variety of accents when you have a firm understanding of the standards and how sounds should feel when you're speaking. So by working with an accent coach and focusing on some of the problems you may have with your speech, it will naturally help you to become a better listener and be able to understand other people, even if they too are making little mistakes or aren't really sure about what they're trying to say. Especially as a non-native speaker, if you are talking to other non-natives, you're both approaching the conversation from different standpoints with your English, and there will naturally be some strengths or weaknesses that both of you may have. But by working with an accent coach, not only are you able to address your own weaknesses with your speech, but you can pretty quickly recognize and work around maybe somebody else's weaknesses too. And there you have it. There are just a few reasons why I think a person could benefit from working with an accent coach. If you've ever experienced these things before, or if you still feel like you might benefit from working with one, let me know in the comments below. And be sure to check out the Accentuated Speech website, where you can find more resources about how to communicate effectively, and maybe take a look at some of the products and services I offer in terms of accent courses and private lessons. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon.